welcome back to Armchair Armory, and welcome back to the first match reaction of the season. It finished at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace 0, Arsenal 2. A very, very different Arsenal I saw tonight. An encouraging Arsenal, but probably with still a little bit more to do. I thought the first 20-25 minutes, possibly even half an hour, we were outstanding. We looked like a completely different team. If anything, a continuation of what we've seen in pre-season, for example. Like Gabriel Jesus was out of this world. The defence looked really good. The midfield looked really good. On the attacking flanks, Martinelli and Saka looked really good. Ramsdale looked composed. It was good. It was encouraging. We scored after 20 minutes. A corner came in. Zinchenko headed it back into the box. He was left unmarked. And Martinelli got on the end of that header and got it past Guaita for 1-0. And at this point I thought, we're going to blow them away. I was thinking, it looks like we're going to blow them away. So we go in at half time, come out again, and I was a little bit worried. There was something that wasn't quite right, which I couldn't quite put my finger on, but I was a little bit worried about what I was seeing, because it felt like we'd lost control of the game compared to the first half. Palace were kind of all over us, but they just weren't that clinical, and the two chances they did have, which in fact one of them was at the end of the first half, Ramsdale pulled off some really good saves to keep it out, and in terms of defending, like Saliba was immense today. He's probably the reason why we didn't concede today. He got man of the match as well on Sky. It was encouraging, but I still feel like there's things that need to improve. The one thing that I'm very pleased about is the fact that we have won at Selhurst Park, which for a long time we haven't done. We've either drawn or lost here for the past kind of 3-4 years, so it's nice to know that we've come to quite a hostile ground and we've managed to pick up 3 points. And the most important thing to do at the start of the season is win that first game. And like I kept saying last season, it became a bit of a buzzword for those of you that listen regularly. We just have to take every game by game at this stage. I'm still not convinced that we can finish in the top 4. And that's not me saying if we don't get top 4 this season, Arteta has to go or anything like that. But I don't know. There's something that just makes me think that Spurs are going to be better this season because they've strengthened really well. Man United, Jamie Carragher just said this on Sky, can't be any worse than they were last season. They've got a better manager than both Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. They've strengthened a little bit. I'm pretty sure they'll bring in at least 1 or 2 more before the end of the transfer window. I don't think at this stage Cristiano Ronaldo is going to go anywhere, and I think realistically he will just be professional enough to put in good performances, so I think they will be better. And then obviously you've got Chelsea that again will probably add a few more people before the end of the transfer window. So it's going to be tough. And I agree, again, mentioning Jamie Carragher, I agree with what he said last season, that last season was probably our best chance to get into the top 4 because we had no European football then. And it's going to be more difficult now because there's more games in the Europa League as well. But the league isn't the only way to get into the top 4. It's probably, to a lot of Arsenal fans, more of the achievement to get into the top 4. However, I think, the Europa League is a possibility as well. So we'll just have to see. But, it's very easy to start, armchair quarterbacking and armchair coaching after one game of the season. But at this stage, it's too early to tell. Maybe we'll see after 5-10 games where we are. But that was encouraging. That was a really encouraging performance today, and I'm pleased with the performance. I like the new look of the team. I feel like the manager has kind of a grip on what he wants to do, and now he has players like Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko and Saliba coming back in. We do look like a completely different team, even from last season, and it definitely looks like there is something there. There is an improvement there, so we should take that as a positive. As I said, I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was that was worrying me. I just think for about 15-20 minutes of the second half, we didn't manage the game very well, even though we were the better team. You know, if it wasn't for really good defending from Saliba and some really good saves from Ramsdale, we probably would have conceded a goal. The second goal we scored came from an own goal from one of their defenders, which came from a Saka cross. But I think that came at the right time, just in time before, you know, the age-old thing of where Arsenal give away a commanding position happened again. So I think that's one of the things I think worried me. But no, I'm happy with the performance. It was nice to have Premier League football, but it was nice to see a brand new team and brand new energy. As I said in my preview, I'm quietly optimistic. So let's see. Bring on Leicester next week. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back again in the week with the preview for Leicester. So until then, take care and stay safe.